Hey everybody, it is Jillian here. I'm a dietitian and a mom, and really just have a little silly topic here. And I'm in my son's room because I'm doing some laundry and decided that I would stall a little bit longer on it because I know if you're a fellow mom, you know how much fun laundry is. But I'm going to do a little quick explanation on something that a lot of people bring up to me as a dietitian. And the reason it popped in my mind is because yesterday I was talking to a gentleman, and he kind of in passing said something to me that made me think about it, and I never really stopped to think about the science behind this and if it's really true. And I'm betting some of you have probably wondered if this was really true as well. And that is, my dog's trying to get on the bed, and he's really old, so that's what that noise is. Hold on a second, because he's going to hurt himself. It's okay, Marvin. We're rocking the Star Wars, and so it's in my son's room. Okay, so when you go on a diet, does your stomach actually shrink? And so the gentleman that I talked to yesterday was about weight loss, and he said, and I was talking to him about cutting back on his portions, and it was really for another reason, but he also needed to lose weight. And he said, you know, it's really going to be hard for me because I'm going to be really hungry when I cut this stuff down, but I've done it before, I've succeeded before, and I know that once I shrink my stomach again, it won't be that hard. And if you're popping on here, for some reason it's not showing me if anybody's coming on, or so I'm not ignoring you. But the thing is that, so I looked it up today, and I'm going to do a blog post on this as well. Your stomach actually, it doesn't technically shrink. And most of my career has been in bariatrics or weight loss surgery. And so I kind of inherently, intuitively knew this, because that's what weight loss surgery is about. So when somebody has weight loss surgery, that's what it is. They're surgically removing part of your stomach to shrink it. And if you could eat your way or eat less to do that, then we wouldn't need the surgery. But our stomachs are about the size of a football. So the adult stomach is never really going to shrink less once you're an adult. If you're a child, like I have a 4-year-old, so his stomach is about the size of his fist, and over time it's going to grow. But our stomach has 3 parts. So we've got the fundus, which is basically just the top of your stomach, and then you have the body of your stomach, and then you have the very bottom of your stomach, which is where all the food empties out of your stomach into the rest of your digestive tract. The top of your stomach is, your whole stomach is a muscle, and the top of your stomach is like a stretchy portion. That part can stretch if you overeat. Now, it's not going to stretch enough so that if you decide that you want to eat a second meal because the food was really good, that you're going to be able to just eat 2 meals and feel fine. So if you overeat, you're going to throw up. But it's also, though, why there's always room for dessert. Because if we eat, and there's dessert, it's going to stretch a little bit to allow room for dessert. Now, if you're somebody that you habitually overeat all the time, so every meal you're always overeating, that little portion of your stomach, which is kind of right on the top, if you look at a picture and you kind of Google the image, you'll see fundus body pylorus. That little fundus will stretch out over time, and you will be able to overeat all the time, and you won't have discomfort like you would before in the beginning. So you'll have a higher threshold than somebody else who typically doesn't overeat, except for maybe the occasional Thanksgiving. So when you go on a diet and you are purposely under eating, at first you're going to feel it because you have habitually overate, and because obviously you need to lose weight, so maybe you got there by overeating. But that stomach, just like with any muscle, when we are lifting weights, our muscles get bigger. When we stop lifting weights, our muscles get smaller. Same thing with your stomach muscle. your stomach muscle will go back down, and so you will have a tolerance of eating less. And that's what happens. So it's not that your stomach is getting bigger or smaller, it's just that little stomach, or that little muscle on the top, the fundus, stretches, or kind of can stretch more or stretch less, and has that elasticity to be able to stretch out to get more food or less food. And that's what happens. So doesn't really get larger or smaller, but it does have the ability to get more food or get less food, and your tolerance for it is little bit, you kind of grow a tolerance if you're always overeating. So interesting stuff. I'll probably be putting a post out over the next week or so about it, so that it's in writing and forever and ever in internet land. But hopefully you found that interesting. And but I hear that a lot. It's kind of common knowledge. When I go on a diet, I need to shrink my stomach. So now you know exactly what people mean when they say it. So hopefully that's helpful. Thanks for joining, and have a good afternoon. Bye.